The richest men in the world don't speak in tongue. The gospel is both the power of God and the wisdom of God. The power of God is what we are used to in the church. The wisdom of God is what sinners are tapping into to produce apps. There is the love of God and there are the laws of God. There is the experience of God and there is the expertise of God. There is the principles of Jesus and the person of Jesus. Going to heaven and succeeding on earth are two projects with two different laws. That is why you see genuinely born again Christians, they don't commit sin, but they are gloriously poor. The reason is that being born again is the experience, but you need to be expert to attract finance. The principles that is turning China to global economics are all in the Bible. But believers have accepted his power but ignored his wisdom. And he didn't create by power, he created by wisdom. Proverbs 3:19. The Lord by wisdom founded the earth. He didn't create with power. The structure of the earth, the arrangement of the earth is by wisdom. Now listen to this. If you must break financial limitation, you must upgrade your mind. There are no emergency billionaires. If a fool run into money like the prodigal son, give him 2 years, he will be stranded.
I just want to say this before we continue. If you are new to our channel, then please kindly like the video and also subscribe to the channel because that helps us a lot and we shall ever be grateful to you. And also you can leave us your comment on what you think about our commentary on the videos that we came across. I just have to say this, that our show is opinionated, right? It's based on opinion, and I mainly give you my take on things. Sometimes my opinion and yours might not necessarily be the same, but we are free to share our opinion. We are free to critique what people do or say. Now, I have to make this very clear to you guys that I am not against people as humans. Okay, I respect them. I respect every single person. And I would hope that other people respect me too. But what I kick against or what I critique is the actions of people. It's what they say and do that I comment about. I try to have a balanced argument. When I came across videos where people said things that I agree with, I will share with you guys and I will give you the reason why I agree with what they said. And if I came across videos that people said things that I disagree with, I will also share with you guys and I will give you my reasons for disagreeing with what they said. This particular video is a video I really like, and I think that what the man of God said in this video is something very important that most of us must pay attention to. More too often, we see men of God saying that the Lord shall provide all your needs according to his riches and in glory in the Lord, whatever. And Christians would believe that, thinking that the Lord will provide food for them, the Lord will provide clothing for them, the Lord will make them prosperous, will give them a lot, so much wealth. All this is a lie. It's such a big lie. And the men of God have been very smart diluting physical wealth with spiritual wealth. They have just merged both of them together in such a way that Christians can hardly distinguish what they can get from the church and what they have to do in order to get by themselves. Christians can hardly distinguish these two, and that is why you will see Christians going to church hoping that the Lord in heavens will provide food for them, hoping that that business that they have been doing that is failing, the Lord will somehow make it to work out, without them actually learning the skills that are required to do a successful business. This has been my major problem with men of God. And I am happy to see that some men of God are now trying to separate spiritual blessings from physical blessings. Some men of God are now trying to educate their Christians to understand that there are things you would get from the Lord. Those things are spiritual. And there are things you have to do by yourself in order to get them. And those ones are physical. The Lord will never put food on the table for you. You will have to go out there, do some job, raise some income, and then buy food for yourself. And even after you buy the food, you will have to cook it, serve it, and spend time eating it all by yourself. You can go to church because you want to get spiritual blessings. You can go to church because you want the Holy Spirit to direct you, to direct your ways. You can go to church because you want the guidance of the Lord and you want the Holy Spirit to impact you with the ability to understand how to do business as quickly as possible. All these things you can get from the Holy Spirit, but the Holy Spirit will not turn your failing shop into a successful one. It will not happen. You will have to get the skills you need on how to manage a business. And that is what the man of God in this video is trying to educate his followers about. You know, as Christians were praying that the Lord should provide them with prosperity, with wealth, with money, and so on and so forth, their fathers, their daddies, their mummies were busy in investing in things, and they were busy in generating so much wealth out of it. You know, when ordinary Christians go to church and pay tithe and do offerings and do donations, and they were praying for miracle money, the men of God were using those money to invest in companies, to invest in businesses, to start up small businesses. And those investments were generating a lot of profit for them. You can see the confusion in the house of the Lord. You can see. So like I have always said before, and I will say it again, even though people in the comment section kind of like don't appreciate me saying this, but I believe it is my responsibility to do so. Now, you might disagree with me. It's your own choice. Christian, please listen to what the man of God was saying. You must be able to separate these two things. There is spiritual blessings and there is physical blessings. These are two separate things. When you go to church, pray for knowledge and wisdom to be able to do whatever you want to do successfully. And after praying, you have to come and do those things physically. You have to do them. For example, if you want to do a business, you pray for wisdom and knowledge to understand the business you want to do very well. And after you finish praying for wisdom and knowledge from the Almighty Father, you will have to come and learn the business. You will have to go to someone who has done that business successfully and learn from that person. And remember, that person doesn't necessarily has to be a believer. The person can be an unbeliever, but someone who has the knowledge on how to run a successful business. And you have to meet that person. You have to ask questions from that person. You have to do a lot of research. You have to know what people buy and what people sell. How much they buy, how much they sell. I always tell people this story, and it's very common in my neighborhood, the place I grew up. When people see someone managing a business successfully, they will say that person has made a pact with the demon. That person is a spiritual person. That person is an occultic person. That's what they will say. They will never think of how long that person has managed that business and how did the person start in the first place. No one will think about that. All they think about is that person is with the devil. But people who manage successful businesses have skills on how to manage those businesses. They have learned how to manage it. They know what products to buy and what to sell. And they know how much to buy and how much to sell. And they know that no matter how much money they make, they should never ever spend more than what they make. If they ever did that, they will go broke. They know that for sure. And they also know that they must be accountable for every single dime they spend. They know that very, very well. But for people or Christians, they believe that the Lord in heaven will put knowledge in their brain on how to manage a business. And they will just go from 0 to 100 without any learning, without any struggling. And believe me, my brothers and sisters, that is an impossibility. If anyone told you that, they lied to you. They lied to you. But you guys out there, after hearing what the man of God said, what is your take? What do you think? Let us know in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. Please do us a favor, like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel, because that helps us a lot, and we should ever be grateful to you. So, thank you much for doing just that.